In the last video, we have seen hierarchical clustering, where the data or data points are clustered as trees. Next is partition clustering. Inside the partition clustering, we have k-means clustering and fuzzy c-means clustering. K-means clustering means we have chosen a centroid initially, then based on that centroid we have classified the data points. So it has several steps. First step is the specify the desired number of cluster k. So here we have 5 data points. 3 are represented by red color and 2 are represented by blue color. So here we take 2 centroid points, and it is randomly chosen. We can randomly choose that 2 centroid points. And the third step is compute the cluster centroids. Now we are going to compute the cluster centroids. For that first we take the red pixels. For that red, we select the center of that 3 red points. So the center of that 3 red points is marked by that red X. That is called the centroid of red pixels. And for the blue pixels, we take the center of that blue pixels, data sets or data points, and we mark the centroid with a blue cross. So center of red is marked with a red color, center of blue is marked with blue color. So we have marked the centroids. Next step, fourth step is reassign each data point to the closest centroid. When we look into this, we can see that this is the centroid of red pixel data points. This is the centroid of blue pixels. Now, when we reassign each data point to the closest centroid, we can see that this red is close to this centroid than to this. These are centroids. These X marks are centroids and these are data points. So this red color is more close to blue than to red. So this is grouped to this blue color centroid. So this changes to blue. Now we are going to compute the centroid. We have to recompute the cluster centroid. So the center between these two data points is here. So this centroid from here changes to here. Similarly, this is the centroid of these 3 pixels. And we have to repeat steps 4 and 5. These steps 4 and 5 until the centroid is stabilized. That means centroid is not moving from its fixed point. You have to repeat step 4 and 5. So for k-means clustering, we have 5 steps. First one is you have to select centroids. You can select it as 3 or 4 like that. Since here we have only 5 data points, we select only 2 cluster centroids, 2 clusters k equal to 2. Now you are going to assign a centroid for the data point. For that we have to take the center of the pixels that comes in one line. So this comes in one line. So we have to take the center as here. This come in another line. So we have to take it centroid here. Now you have to reassign data points to the closest centroid. So this comes to the blue centroid. Now you have to recompute the centroid. So the centroid of red changes from here to here. Repeat step 4 and 5 until the centroid is stabilized. And in fuzzy C means we have, it is a soft computing technique. In fuzzy C means a data point can be belong to more than one cluster. In K means a data point is belong to only one cluster. But in fuzzy C means these 2 data points can belong to both these clusters. So it can be classified like this. So fuzzy C means is a soft computing soft algo clustering. Clustering methods can be classified as hard or fuzzy. Fuzzy means soft. It depends on whether a pattern data belongs to a single cluster or to several clusters. So in fuzzy C means clustering, a single data point is belong to more than one clusters. In hard clustering, a value of 0 is 1 assigned to each data pattern, either 1 or 0. But in fuzzy clustering, a value between 0 and 1 is assigned to each data point. And fuzzy clustering methods are better than hard clustering because they can represent the relationship between input data and clusters more naturally. The fuzzy K-means discovers the soft clusters. In soft clusters, any point can belong to more than one cluster with a certain affinity towards each. This affinity is proportional to the distance from the point to the centroid of the cluster. So when we consider these two data points have equal distance to the centroid of these two clusters. So it have to assign to this and this. So it is shared like this. This is fuzzy C means clustering. Thank you.